Hi guys, I thought I'd do a video. You'll have to excuse, no makeup, no wig on, no nothing, just me in the raw, as it is. Just, yeah, it's one of these videos that I thought to myself, do I do it, do I not? And I thought, you know what, I am going to do it because it's like going to go on the video stack that I've got with my cats going vegan. Some people, will have an opinion on me with this, no matter what, right thing to do, wrong thing to do. I'm following my own lead, basically. I'm not being sort of categorized into what I should and shouldn't be doing by people, because it's my cats and I've seen that, the side effects of them eating certain foods. They've been over a year vegan, and this video is basically going to be something some will be like shocked at, some will not be shocked at. Someone will have an opinion on it no matter what. So I thought, do you know what? I don't have to do this, but I'm going to do it. Okay, I've had cats for like 12 years. Gizmo's my eldest. He was my first cat. I had him from a kitten. In fact, all my cats are from kittens. Then I had Minnie. Then Charlie come along, who's no longer here. Who was a street cat. Then I had Elsa and Alfie as kittens. Then I had Nina, who's also no longer here, who was an older cat, lived till she was 22. Then Bob and Jay, both no longer here, rescues. So a lot of my cats have all been either rescues or ones that I've had from kittens for whatever reason, rehomes, put on Facebook, freebies and whatnot. Yeah, and I've had Sadie, and who was a Pets at Home advert. Person was going in a care home. His wife had passed and needed someone to take her. And and then I had Judy, who was a Mercy rescue. Her owner went from home into a care home because she'd had a huge stroke and couldn't go home. And Judy needed really homing. The family, the brother and sister of this lady that had gone into the care home, didn't want to take the cat on. And I thought, and I took one look at the photo and listened and the story, and I rehomed her. I had her for about just under a year, and then she had all these tumours that suddenly appeared that were pushing into her spine, and they basically caused her to be very off balance and weeing herself and struggling. It was like someone had just done something to her back, and she was in a lot of pain. And I had her put to sleep straight away. Excuse me, let me turn my chair off a second. Every time I knock it, it starts the joystick. So yeah, I've had cats of all ages, all different shapes and sizes, different backgrounds and stuff. The foods that they were on was always, for the first two that I had, Minnie and Gizmo and Minnie, they had like sort of posh branded, with bits of vegetables in there and stuff. And they were from a local pet place that we had in the village. They used to do all these posh, fancy, homemade type foods. They look really, really grand. Then when we got to more cats, it was a case of, okay, try different brands of foods, because I couldn't afford to just buy the, one pouch variety of all these different exotic things. So yeah, I had started then getting things like the whiskers and the Felixes and the Go-Cats and all that sort of stuff. And then I tried, because there would sometimes be issues of being sick on that brand, couldn't buy that brand because that would happen, and over time, as I had a few more cats and a few more cats, I'd try them on different things and there'd be reactions to different things. And then when I lost some of my cats, and I used to go to the vet and I'd mention it and it'd be like, oh, there must be an allergy in there to that particular brand of food. And then when we had Luna as a kitten, I'd lost a couple. I had Luna as a kitten and she was developing, like, she was really always itchy and she'd scratch herself till there was like loads of scabs and sores and bleeding on her skin and stuff, and her fur would be disappeared in patches. And so I took her to the vet. They gave her an injection, a steroid injection, said it's an allergy of some description. I tried different foods again. It could be anything. That's what I got told. It could be anything. It could be a household cleaner. It could be the stress because we had to move. But I tried different brands. Again, I went from the supermarket ones to posh brands, and I tried all sorts. Tried everything. And then I'd have like some cats with very loose poops, like colitis and stuff, and where there's blood peering in it and stuff, water infections, stresses. And I'd be like, oh my God, banging my head against a brick wall. What do I do? And at that point, I was vegan. And I was on a vegan cat group. And people were like, oh, you should just switch your cats over because it's that's causing the issue. So anyway, off I went. And tried a few more brands, different things. And I always gave it about 3 months, a good 3 months, 4 months. And then if that didn't work, then I tried something else, switched it over gradually, did the right way of doing it. And I'd be like, what else can I try? And I remember the last things that I sort of tried, because I had Cosmo and Percy as young kittens. And, and suddenly all of my cats were having really bad they had like really bad diarrhea. Minnie had colitis. And they'd be in and out of the trays every 5 minutes, and sometimes I'd be finding piles of poop and I'd be like, oh my God, what do I do? And I thought, right, I'll try the vegan cat food, because I was just fed up with this constant in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Luna was still scabby, losing fur. I had Minnie that was obese, morbidly obese. She could hardly walk to the cat litter tray. She was that big. Gizmo was a bit sickly, but that was about it. And that's all it was. So I left it at that. Switched to another brand that was at Tesco's, and it was in the chiller. I switched to that, and the problem still happened. So I thought, right, okay, I'm going to try, because I really need to do something. I was pulling my hair out with it all the time. My cleaner was finding mess. So I ordered some of the army cat food, which was great, vegan cat food, and the wet benevo. The wet benevo was a big mess for a lot of them to start off with. Then they started eating it. And then I switched to the benevo dry, and they ate it, and very quickly I saw results change in the cats. They were great. They changed quickly, and it was brilliant to see that suddenly they weren't going in and out of the tray. The poos were a lot better. Everything was looking more healthier and normal, and the being sick had stopped. And I was like, this is great, and it became the norm. The benevo became the regular in the wet and the dry. I'd add a bit of water to the wet food to make it like a soup. They ate it, no issues. And I was like, this is great. We really got somewhere. We've turned a corner. Everything's tickety-boo. And then for about the past, I would say 6 months, it's been to the stage of like where occasionally I've had a couple of cats being sick after they've eaten. And I thought perhaps they've eaten too much. Sometimes when I've woken up late, I can admit that, I put food down and they eat like they've never seen food before and then they're sick. But in this case, it was a bit weird. And then some of the poops has been a bit funny. The wet food to me looked different to normal. It's like they changed the recipe, because I've had a few people that have said the same thing on the vegan cat group. They mentioned at the same time, it seems runnier, it doesn't seem the same, it seems different ingredients. And a few had said that their cats hadn't been very well. And I just thought, I've got a couple of cats that are starting to lose a bit more weight. What do? Do I keep them on this and try different things? But there's not much for you to try. I mean, where I got mine from VeggiePet, they do a variety of new things for dogs that are all vegan, but nothing for cats. And I kept asking, you're bringing treats out. Oh, we're going to look into it. We're wanting to sort things to improve things for the cats, so they've got more too. But nothing would appear. And I lost Alfie. Alfie was nothing to do with me having the cats on vegan food. He was with a heart issue that he had from what they think is from birth, never been picked upon, never been detected. So yeah, his was nothing to do with food and what he was eating. I've had a couple with heart problems that they're born with. It doesn't matter what sort of breed they are or whatever, it's an issue that's happened that they're born with. So anyhow, I thought, well, what do I do? Because there's nothing out there that's vegan, and so I've decided to take matters into my own hands. I had some cats that have lost a bit of weight. I've had some cats that have not been very well, that have lost some weight, and I've needed to bulk them up and out. Even the tin seems to have changed in the benevo. The dry one, they weren't eating as enthusiastically, and I thought, well, they're getting bored with it, because I can eat the same meal for the rest of your life. I've tried them with noosh on it before now. They're not interested. So it's like, what do I do? So I went to our Just for Pets, and I had a look, and they had these pouches that are basically they're in a thick gravy. There's no meat derivatives, there's no dairy in there, there's no eggs in there. It's like a lot of meat, animal, whichever. So there's turkey, this one, with a valerian root, whatever that is. So there's like the meat, but there's also vegetables, there's also herbs, there's also fruit in there. So I've decided to go with these. I'm not sponsored or anything, I'm just showing you what I've switched mine to. And then they've also got the dry food, this is Carney Love. This is salmon with, it says high quality meats, forest fruits, veggies and herbs. A holistic approach to satisfy cats' instinct, love of meat. There's grain-free, potato-free, respects the composition of the natural feline diet, high quality meats for maintenance of muscle tissue and optimal body mass. Forest fruits, vegetables and herbs are selected for their health benefits, primarily their ability to promote natural immunity and urinary tract health. Salmon oil rich in omega-3 fatty acids to support healthy hair and skin as well as proper brain and heart function. Brewer's yeast, psyllium and yucca Shidigeria for easy digestion and maximum absorption of nutrients into the bloodstream. Chicory root and sea algae to provide the right balance of intestinal microfibers and to rebuild natural immunity. So there's crustacean shells and cartilage extract to strengthen bones, joints and tendons. And then guaranteed composition containing no chemicals, preservatives or colorants. Balanced holistic formula to satisfy cats' instinctive love of meat. There is no right and wrong way. You know, if you've got your cats on a vegan diet, good for you. I basically went onto a vegan diet with my cats just because they were allergic to all the meat derivatives and the dairy waste that was put into food that they were eating, because it's only when I was Googling the ingredients that were in the foods, that's when I was like, oh shit, look at this. This is what my cats are struggling with. This is what's making them sick. Eggs in there and stuff like that. It just wasn't working for them. So I've decided to give them a switch onto this. I'm going to see how they get on, and maybe in time I'll bring it all back. I mean, at the moment we're going through a bit of loosish poops because obviously it's a change of food. It's a change of everything. But I'm sort of doing a bit of this one and then a bit of the benevo just to get the bodies used to the changeover. And then I'm giving them this. So I put it in a jug, one of these in a jug with some water, and I just give them a bit in each dish. And then I open up a second one and pop it in, and so they can have a drink of something, and then the meat that's in there, to basically kickstart their system. And this is in a multi-pack of like 12. It's like 15 quid, which it is what it is at the moment. I'm trying my damnedest just to get these cats where they're supposed to be. I don't like the fact that a couple of them have dropped weight a bit. I will be taking them all to the vets. At the moment, I've had to... not again. See, this is Minnie. This is what I'm having to put up with her. And it's really, really hard. All the time, being jumped on. At the minute, her bed is in the washing machine because yet again, she's weeding it. She's pooed by the side of it. I don't know what to do with her. She's been living on the table for like literally 5 months. I'm hoping, I keep trying different things to try and change things. I'm doing all I can. I mean, even the ladies at the pet place are saying that you're doing exactly what we would do with our cats. There is no antidepressants for cats and dogs, or, for cats. I don't know what to suggest. The vets will not give you, they'll just give you a shot basically to try and perk her up, but that's it. I really don't know what the answer is. I will be taking her shortly to get her looked at to make sure she's okay and everything, and to discuss future. I mean, I've lost Alfie and I'm trying not to lose any more cats. I don't want to lose her just yet. But I just think, quality of life, it's really, really tough. I don't know what to do. I've changed foods just to try and give her, I mean, she's weeing fine, she's pooping. She's eating, she's drinking. I just don't know what else to do. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go because I thought I'd just do this, just explaining, just closing off the fact that the cats are vegan because they're not vegan anymore. The insect one didn't work for these cats because it was like eating a very rich meal, and they'd be all right on it for one day, but then the next day they'd be really pooey and it was just a mess. So that doesn't work for them. And I got fed up with sometimes the deliveries, waiting on food that's being delivered. Sometimes the food doesn't get turning up until the day after. Sometimes they don't deliver it to the flat. They say that they've tried delivering and they haven't. And all they do is drop it off to the drop-off centre for you to collect. And that's okay. It's not far from me to go and get it. But when you're reliant on it the day before, you know, it just takes the piss. So I've had enough. So my plan of action is just to now stick with this, I think, because it's local, it's where I can get at it. I'm not paying through the nose either for delivery. You know, with some things, with the benevo, if you spent over a set amount, you got free delivery. But with Veggie Pet, you could spend £100 and still have to pay delivery charges. So I'm not doing it anymore. So I'm going on to this. And we'll take it from there. But anyway, I'm going to love and leave because I need to go and see what's going on with these cats in the living room. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.